right, guys, top of the morning. Happy September 23rd, Monday, coming to you alive, coming to you excited, and coming to you with an update of my recent injury. As I told you guys, you may have heard that I told you I hurt my lower abdomen. I don't know what it is, but I did go to the doctor, and the doctor said I have some type of tear in my stomach. She doesn't know how bad it is. So this week I'm going for a CT, but it did not stop your boy yesterday from playing a little bit more ball. Until they say you're not able to play at all, I will not stop. Had a good game. It was fun. I could still run, but I'm in some pain today. So we'll see how this all goes. But nonetheless, I'm feeling really good, feeling really excited, feeling really stoked. I got some things set up for you guys this morning. So let's do this. In true keep it moving fashion, I'm going to have someone bring us out on the field on this beautiful Monday morning. And it's going to be my partner in crime recently, Vernon. I'm going to have you take the group out on the field today. Share with us your sentiment, what's on your mind, big dog, and let's hear from you. Let's go.
I figured. Proper preparation prevents a poor performance. Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. It is a beautiful day for beautiful people. It's a blessing to see everyone's handsome and beautiful face on the screen. Here's my sentiment for today. We are here in this space for a specific reason and with a specific mission. So my encouragement to you all is to make your mission the priority, right? So we're here to sharpen our toolkits. And I need to put somebody on mute. We are here. Okay. Do you hear a lot of feedback here? Or is that just me?
I don't hear it. Maybe some people do. I'll mute myself. Maybe it was me. But go on.
Cool beans. So, hey, we are here for a reason, right? We're here to sharpen our tools. Here's my encouragement to you. Don't just be present in this space to sharpen your tools and don't pull the motherfuckers out to use them, right? So sharpen our tools, pull them out to use them. Let's make sure that we are sharper than a double-edged sword so that when we get out into the space, into the field, we are super productive because our mission is the priority. Let's go.
Well, I appreciate my man. Appreciate you, my man. And thank you for the words of encouragement, the constant motivation and positivity, my man. I really appreciate you. So let's do this. Let's go and turn it over to you guys for just a couple minutes. I want to talk about some wins. I was getting text messages over the weekend. I got a phone call last night at 9. Sorry, I didn't answer, Trinity. However, there is some big wins on the call for this last week. So who wants to share with me some wins? A new listing that you took, a new buyer that you put in a contract, an appointment that you set that was a really, really tough one battle, or new video that you dropped, or a video that really landed last week. And I want to give a huge shout out to Jessica Segura Hernandez. You posted this spooky video about your Halloween contest, and I thought that you were just using stock images when the people came out from behind the trees. I had no idea that was you, Marcelina, and I think it's Angelica Franco, if I'm not mistaken. It was you three?
Yeah. It was Angelica Franco, yeah.
Okay, so the win, well, I'm just going to take this as a win for you. That video turned out really, really dope. And so congrats on a really dope video. But do you have a win that you want to share with the group?
Well, one of the wins was uploading that video. We were trying to upload it on Friday, but we had to fix a few things. And then I got 2 listing appointments this week. So I'm really excited for those. But I'd say those are my 3 major wins.
Perfect. Let me ask you, where were you when you shot that video? It looks like you're in the woods somewhere. Where were you?
Yeah, we went to Point Pinole. That's what it's called, right? Point Pinole? Yeah, Point Pinole.
Okay. Was your daughter in the video at the end?
No, she wasn't in the video. So we did use a few stock videos, but then the rest of them were us.
Okay. Well, it turned out really, really dope. So if you guys haven't seen it, go there. She's doing a Halloween costume contest. So make sure to go and take a look at that. I think it turned out really, really good. Did we edit it for you?
No.
Great.
We hired a videographer and then I made a few edits myself.
Wow. Well, hey, whatever you did, it turned out really, really good. Let's continue
Thank you
cruising
so
on.
much.
Who else has a win, personal or professional win that they want to share? Please don't leave me hanging. I know you guys have some wins. You guys are celebrating, doing big things, making appointments, locking down contracts, signing new listing agreements. So who else has a win that they want to share? Let's go, Oliver. What's up, big dog? Let's hear from you.
Yeah, so my win would be that my SOI is some guy that I know actually reached out to me yesterday, and he wants to sell his home and buy a home. So that's a win for me.
Beautiful, beautiful. And have you been in contact with him, or have you guys had recent communication, or was it just out of the blue that he hit you up?
No social media, so I haven't had contact with him directly, but he's been seeing like my posts and everything, so he reached out to me.
Man, I absolutely love this. We're not going to have a social media talk, but however, they're watching you. People are watching you, and you never know until you get the call and it says, "What's up, Oliver? Hey, man, I've been thinking about you. I've been seeing your videos. I was thinking about listing my house." Well, shit, Elias was right. This whole social media thing, he was onto something. I promise you guys, I promise you it works. And sometimes it takes a little bit longer, but I tell you what, the videos that you post are better than the videos that you don't post. I'm just saying, you guys. So Oliver, great stuff. Brianna Tejeda, God, Brianna, you have been stressed out over the last couple of weeks, throwing what my son, who is 6 years old, calls a quince, and I had to correct his pronunciation of the word. It's not a quince, son. However, I know you had a lot going on in the last couple of weeks, and I saw all your stories. So first and foremost, congratulations. Happy birthday to your daughter. Hopefully it was a magical, amazing experience. And she appreciates you and all the hard work you and your husband did to put this event together. So let's turn it to you. What are your wins for the week?
My win is I got up and I spoke in front of the entire party, which was at least 120 because we packed that baby out and it turned out amazing. But I did a speech in front of everybody, and I was nervous, but not like before, where I felt like my stomach was coming up into my throat and I was going to throw up and I was shaky. Of course, I was talking about my daughter, so I did still crack and cry a little bit, but I think that that was good in the speech. But I just spoke and it was so natural and everyone was complimenting me. Nobody realized that I'd been working this past year to actually be able to do that, and being on coaching calls and talking like this, and Elias pulling me up a few times in front of people and just being open to all of it. I did it and it was so easy. And I'm so freaking proud of myself.
Let's
Because
go.
that
Let's
was
go.
hard. And there was a lot of people I didn't know and would normally not feel comfortable speaking into each other. So not a public speaker yet, but definitely filling the strides.
I love it. I remember pulling her up. So I got socks on. So it was like literally like sliding her up to come and talk. And so I appreciate that. But here's the things, like, you guys, transference of skills. There's things that you're going to learn here. There's opportunities that you guys have to speak here. If you guys are asked to speak on a podcast, or maybe at your local association, or maybe at a bigger event, no matter what it is, like, if you guys can get over some of those butterflies here, not saying that you're not going to have butterflies. I still get butterflies. It's still going to be a little scary, but you're actually preparing. And listen, maybe you guys want to run for something in your city. Maybe you want to speak up. Daniela Martinez or Daniela Lopez is the head of her PTA, whether it's Little League, PTA, city, groups that you want to be a part of, BNI. You all have the opportunity to speak up and be heard. And so I appreciate you sharing, Brianna. Congratulations. Let's go to Otis. Otis, I know yesterday was a tough loss for you guys, but it's all right. You're here. We won't talk about that. That one stings a little bit. But Otis, let's go to you and then Blessing, and then we'll shift gears. Otis, you're muted, big dog.
Congratulations to you and your family, Brianna. I know that was hard. Even remember before you just mentioned that you've been on here for months trying to conquer that fear. So congratulations to your daughter and your family. I want to talk about positive affirmations. Me and Jacob have been going really hard, and Jacob's been working his ass off. So we got about a couple $1 million contracts that we're going to be writing today, maybe 4 or 5 this week. So I just want to give big ups to him, and everybody can wish us the best, because I want to help him hurry up and graduate, because he deserves it. He's been really working his tail for the last 2 months, but he really digged in 3 weeks ago, and he asked me, he was like, bro, what am I not doing right? You know, I know he was working from a place of security because he wanted to make sure that he leaped off that bridge with something positive, but he took that faith in me. And I just want everybody to know, when you really submit yourself to this shit and you're really dialed in, things are gonna happen. So I just want to give positive vibes for us and specifically for him, because this kid deserves it. He's been really working his tail off. I just wanted to give him flowers and hope for help us out get across this bridge.
Love it. I love it, my man. Well, great stuff. I don't know if Jacob is on, but Jacob, if you see this, man, we really appreciate all the hard work you're putting in. Love that shout out. Blessing, let's go over to you, and then we'll go over to Jessica Segura Hernandez.
Congratulations to Otis and Jacob, because I know how hard they've been working. And just like he said, it's one of those things where when you lock in and you just get really clear on like what you want, things fall in line. So my 2 wins that I wanted to share, they're not professional. They started personal and they've bled in, but the play, the middle school play that I was doing costumes, closed on Saturday. And there's nothing like seeing your kids on stage. I don't have a kid in the play, but to see each and every one of them and see how the costumes came together was so like, I just don't have words for it. But Tinkerbell, her mom made her a Tinkerbell based on her costume. And it was the cutest, most amazing thing. So it was just amazing.
Wait, I don't understand that. What do you mean? Tinkerbell made her, wait, can you elaborate on that? I guess I didn't follow that.
The girl who played Tinkerbell, her mother made her a doll of Tinkerbell.
Oh, how cute.
Costume that I designed. So it's immortalized for her, but she was so happy. I dropped a picture in my stories. The other thing, and I have been procrastinating on it, today is my day 2 of 75-day hard. I didn't make it on Saturday, but I made it through yesterday. And that, man, the amount of water that you drink is just disgusting. But I feel so good to be able to get those 2 workouts in. My legs are dead. Like, I'm not wearing heels ever again, but I just feel really good about even just putting that day together. But the thing is just to put the day together. I didn't have to focus on the 75, like just put today, and the focus just took a lot of pressure off. So that was my win.
Wow. I love it. And at the end, what day do you end? What day will be number 75?
So it will be December 5th.
Wow. Wow. Well, I'm here for you. If you need anything, if you just need a word of encouragement, let me know. I remember nights at 11 o'clock, I was out walking, and so to get in that last workout. And so it's something that has been a game changer for me. I've done it 3 times. I highly encourage it. I respect it. I had a great time doing it. My wife hated me sometimes during it because I was pushing her. And then Larissa, she stopped around 30 days, but nonetheless, it is amazing for your mind and for your habits. A blessing. We're all cheering for you. We're all rooting for you. Let's go, Jessica, and then we will shift gears on the conversation. Let's go, Jessica. Share a win with us.
No, I was just gonna say, congratulations, Otis and Jacob. Every single time that I go to the office, I see Jacob locking himself in a little office room. So just wanted to give Jacob a huge shout out.
I love this. And Jacob, I don't know if you're here, big dog, but Otis, you should tell him to be here if he's not here. But nonetheless, he's maybe making some calls or doing what he's doing. But I appreciate the love. I appreciate the shout outs. You guys, I want to share a quote with you guys. And if you don't follow Be Champion Minded, you should follow Be Champion Minded. And there's a book, The Habits of a Champion, I think it's called. It's from Alistair McCall. And he wrote that excellence isn't about the outcome. Excellence is about the effort you give. You can't control the outcome, but you can sure control the effort that you give. And I think that that's really important for us all to think about and reflect on this morning. There's something that I want you guys to write down or put it in your notes or make yourself a video. I don't care what it is, but I saw this morning. I thought it was really powerful. Do it now. right? Like do it now. If there's something that you're thinking about doing, if there is a video that you're trying to post, if there is an activity that you're wanting to do, if there's just a phone call that you know that you've been reluctant to make, like do it now. And it doesn't have to be perfect. I think oftentimes when we allow ourselves to say, I'm going to do it later, I'm going to do it at 1, and then I push it to 2, and then 2 comes around, like, no, I'll do it after I get the kids. And then I get the kids and then I get wrapped up and we're practicing and we're doing homework and all the thing. I'll do it tomorrow, right? And then we push that thing off, and then we get in the cycle of pushing things off. And so I want to encourage everybody to write that down and then put that front of face that says, I'm going to do this now. Do it now, no matter what it is. And I'm going to share a couple of things with you right now. And I want to really have this conversation because it's Monday. Monday is all about moving our needle, making sure that we are clear on what's going to actually move us through for the week. And so let me go advanced. I'm going to pull up a presentation. All right, cool. Hopefully this works. All right, cool. There we are. Let me move my face over here because it's all weird and awkward. Procrastination is the assassination of your determination. Wow, I've never heard it put that way. I love that. All right, guys. So we've talked a little bit about our wins, and we are going to go to the board. Every single week, you guys, yes. Is this monotonous? Absolutely. Is this routine? Absolutely. Do we run the same place similarly on Mondays? Absolutely, because I know how important Mondays are to get the train going down the tracks. So we're going to go to the board. And what you are going to put on your piece of paper or in your notes or wherever you're keeping your goals for the week is all you're going to put is your numbers. No excuses, no bullshit, no stories. There's no room for any of that inside of your box. All there is there's room for your numbers. So I'm going to go to a couple people and I'll have you do some reading. And while you read this, I'm going to also have you answer the question. And so I'm going to go Melody first. I see you're here. I think that you're at the gym still, but Melody, I'm going to have you read this out loud. And then I want you to answer the question. And then I want you to pick somebody else to answer the question as well. So Melody Cleone, go ahead and read this and then answer it and then pass the mic to somebody else as well.
What specific actions did I commit to last week? And where did I fall short? What's the real reason I didn't follow through?
So you either don't have anything or you do have something. So let's hear from you.
Okay. All right. I'll call myself out. Y'all ready for this?
All right. We're ready.
Okay, cool. So, for those of you that don't follow me on social media, I hired a nutritionist. I hired a personal trainer. I'm on this really strict diet. Everything is accounted for. Every calorie, snack, anything that enters my mouth is accounted for. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, water, anything, right? And my nutritionist, she's like a bikini competitor. And so it's not even 75-day hard for her. It's like 365 days hard for her. And she has no cheat days, nothing like that. And so on Saturday night, my husband wanted to take me out to dinner, and we went to this really beautiful restaurant, La Conda Capri in downtown Brentwood. They had live saxophone, and we had the best seat in the house, right in the corner of the room, away from everybody, so that we could just see live music and we could watch the crowd from the back of the room. It was amazing. Highly suggest you guys go. And what did Mel do? Well, Mel caved, and she got 2 dirty vodka martinis. I know. I'm still beating myself up over it. I have to tell her today. I don't know how I'm going to break it to her.
Wait, hold on.
For a weigh-in.
So hold on. Does this part of this fitness routine doesn't include you having drinks ever?
Ever.
Oh shit. Okay. I didn't know that part.
Yeah. There's no cheat days. There's like literally no cheat day. I gave myself a cheat day. Okay. And I just had 2. And it was vodka, so it was like clean alcohol, and it wasn't a mixed drink, so there's no sugar in it. But that's me making excuses and arguing for my limitations. So I had the 2 cocktails, you guys, and I'm feeling guilty about it. And I have to break it to her today at weigh-in at 12:30. So I mean, it's fucking sucks, right? Like I feel like shit, but it is what it is. I was talking to my trainer about it this morning, and he was like, "Listen, like." I said something to him and I said, I deserve this. Like I deserve to have this drink. I've been working hard for 3 weeks, and he was like, that's where you have to reprogram your mind, because we think we deserve the dessert. We think we deserve the cheat day or the drink or whatever it is, right? And he's like, but do you really? He's like, what makes you deserve that? Right? He's like, you got to reprogram your brain. You got to rethink that. And that's a limiting belief that you're putting on yourself and making you think that you deserve that when you don't really deserve that. You deserve to look good. You deserve to feel good the next day. You deserve to have a good body. You know, you deserve to stay on track and follow the routine. That's what you deserve. And I was like, yeah, you're right, coach. Like, you're absolutely right. So, that's where I fell short. And that was the reason why I didn't follow through. So,
Sounds
I'm
like
gonna pass it
you're
over.
sounds like you're recommitting though. Sounds like you'll take the reflection over the weekend and you'll recommit this week. So
Yep.
appreciate the honesty, appreciate you being honest and open. Who are you gonna pass the mic to?
So I'm gonna pass the mic over to Blessing. Blessing and I have had a little bit of an accountability going on with the workouts. I'm super proud of her for getting back into the gym and me motivating her to get back in there. And I've been watching her stories and she's just doing phenomenal. So Blessing, I
Let's
want
go.
you to share.
Well, thank you, Mel, for all that you do and create space for everyone to be great. Where I fell short last week, I think without going into too much detail, I think in the effort of trying to really take on too much, I didn't plan effectively for the in-between activities. Anytime I have an appointment, I usually go from appointment to appointment to appointment and leave that administrative time to the end of the day. But there's so much information and so much additional communication and next steps that need to happen like right after the appointment, that in looking at my week last week, it was just packed too thin, too tight. And there were things that fell through that were detrimental and also just created so much overwhelm by the end of the weekend. So one of the things that I have done is last night, I took a page out of Ashley's book and then planned out the rocks, the big activities that I need to have this week. They're on my calendar with time before and after so that I can prepare and then I can decompress before going on to the next thing, because we just don't need to run that hard. And I beat myself up and it wasn't a good week.
Yeah, God, I absolutely love this. And here's the thing, Blessing. I was talking to a top producer last week. They're like, God, I'm so good at building relationships and making connection and closing for the appointment, but all the other stuff has fallen by the wayside. And you have to think about this, you guys. The routes that you're running, you have to make sure that you have all of your operational efficiencies in place. When someone talks to me that's been in this game for months and months and months, like, I still need to get my systems in place. They consciously can say it out loud. They can say those words, I need to get my systems in place. Then you need to stop everything and just spend some time system planning. Make sure that your CRM is on point, make sure that your calendar is on point, make sure that you have all of your things that are systems in place, because your systems run your business, but the humans run the system. So you're responsible for those systems. You guys got to put those in place, because if you want to scale, if you want to make X amount of dollars, if you want to create an organization, whatever it is that you're aspiring to do in this game, you have to have operational efficiencies to support you to where you are going. And so I get being in the moment and being very reactive, but that will only get you to a certain point. It will only get you to a certain point. Your energy is great. Your personality is great. Your enthusiasm is great, but that's only going to get you so far. And so, Blessing, I really appreciate that sentiment.
That's one of the things that I realize is that we do all of this work and we all want more. I know that I want significantly more than what I'm doing, but having to step back and say, am I really capable? Do I have the capacity as it is right now to handle more? And the answer was no. So and instead of just stopping everything, which creates anxiety as far as momentum, build in like an hour a day to work on the systems, to refine. Build a living document, go into Asana. It's not going to be lock yourself in an office for 3 days and get everything done and it'll be perfect. No, it's build the skeleton, add the fat, add the muscle, trim, and then keep going as you go through business. But I'm not at where I'm going to leave it there, because that's going to go into a lot of negative and I'm not there.
All right. Well,
clearing the way.
I appreciate you, ending it there, but I appreciate everything that you just said, that you guys, you have to build to where you're going. You have to build to where you're going. So I appreciate you sharing. Let's go on to the next question, you guys. Let me see. I'm going to go over to Patrick. Patrick, you always have really good answers. You track your numbers very accurately. So I'm going to have you read this question out loud, then answer the question. I'm going to have you pass the mic to somebody else. Let's go, Patrick.
Sounds good. How many new meaningful conversations or leads did I generate last week? And am I truly satisfied with that number? So last week I generated about, not too much, I guess. So this is like the sixth weekend in a row that I've been doing open houses. That's something that I've been really trying to standardize on my calendar, to do that every weekend, at least if I'm not doing any showings. And through last weekend, I got in 6 buyer leads. One of them is, in the $2 million, $3 million range. So I'm excited to work that. 6 new ones. And then I wasn't really focused on procuring leads last week, more so kind of getting back old leads that I was working with. And so I was happy to turn out with that one. I got at least 8 of my old new clients that I've been working with for like the last 6 months. So just focusing on those people.
I love that. So Patrick, so give me an idea. So on an average right now, if you could say like active people that are in your pipeline that you're working, how many people would that be? Like, give me an accurate number. Would you say about 5 or 6?
I'd say 8 super active. I'd say 12 that's warm, 21 overall feasible for this year.
All right. So I love this. So let's go with the 8. So at the 8, what do you think the average price point is for those people? Let's say average.
I'd say 900. 900 will be the average.
All right, cool. All right, so that equals $7.2 million in volume. If I just times that by a 2.5% commission, that means it's 180,000 GCI. And if I take, let's say, 25%, now obviously everyone's split's going to be a little bit different. That means that's potentially, $135,000 that he could be making from those people, but he knows where he's at. He knows his numbers. He knows what's hot, what's a long-term nurture, and what's probably a little bit further down the road. And so I really appreciate the accuracy of the numbers, Patrick. Patrick, I want you to pass the mic to somebody else. Just pick anybody. I would prefer that you pick somebody that has their camera on.
Okay, gotcha. I'm gonna go ahead and pass it on to Zali. What's going on, Zali?
Zali, what's up? Let's hit him with it. So how many new conversations or leads did you generate last week? And are you truly satisfied with your number?
Okay, so not a lot, and I'm not satisfied, but I had a really good conversation yesterday. And it's just one, and it doesn't sound like much, but it's a lot because I sort of like piggyback of the question that we were working on before. I had other things happening, and I've had to concentrate and divide my strengths into a lot of different things, not necessarily real estate. So I'm not really satisfied with the fact that I'm doing a million things, and I feel like I'm half-assing most of them. And unfortunately, this is one of them. So I've been doing this open house Saturday and Sunday, and I've been having a lot of fun with it because, when I get there, and of course, I'm not prepping enough for it, and I'm not doing everything that I should be doing for it. But once I get there, I'm like, okay, I'm here. So I'm going to make the most out of this time. And I've been like shooting like fun videos. And for me, that's a lot because I don't, social media, it's still something that I'm working on, but I'm starting to get more comfortable with being uncomfortable. And yesterday I had a really good conversation with someone, and it felt natural. I think for the first time doing these open houses, I had a conversation about real estate that felt natural. Like we talked about real things. We talked about, where the person came from, what they're looking for. It felt genuine. It's a person that looks like it's actually looking for something. So now she's on my follow-up bus, on my Real Scout, on my email, on my everything. And I'm just gonna follow up with that person in a genuine way, because that's how it felt yesterday. So I don't want to overwhelm anybody, but I want to just, follow up with this.
A couple of things here, Zali, and let's give her some light, some love, and some praise. Obviously, she's just beginning in her career, but Here's the thing that you didn't do. You didn't hit us with any smoke, meaning you didn't hit us with a bunch of stuff that was just like, oh yeah, it's going really, really good. No, she was operating in truth. And here's what's cool about this is that you're learning, you're growing, and you're trying to find rhythm. And I think yesterday what happened is that you found some rhythm, right? We all know when things feel good. We all know the feeling of how our voice sounds when we're singing in the shower or when we're traveling alone and our jam comes on and we're singing. We're just, man, if they could just hear me now, I feel so good, right? And that's the moments that you're looking for right now is where things feel rhythmic and I can actually have a conversation. I can walk into a networking event and it's not weird and I can actually socialize and I'm not like, I am a sandwich, right? So you're finding how to not be just an awkward sandwich and get into these really good conversations. And so, huge shout out to you. I appreciate you sharing. I appreciate you being honest. So thank you, Zally. Let's continue cruising on. All right, next person up. I saw Patrick smile. Princess, actually, let's go Jakara. Jakara, I could see your screen. I'm only going to pass the mic over to you, Jakara. Go ahead and take yourself off of mute. Read this, and then I'm going to have you answer it, and then also pass the mic to the next person. Let's go, Jakara.
All right. So, hold on. Okay, it says, what uncomfortable action am I avoiding that I know would significantly impact my business if I did it today?
Ooh.
This is a stumper for me. Like, this is something that I'm actually really battling. I'm avoiding buying prop streams so I can get information so I can contact people. That is literally my actions that I'm avoiding. I just wrote it down today too. It literally says buy prop stream, communicate. So that is literally what I'm avoiding. And it would impact my business a lot because it could potentially lead me to having listings. Yeah, that's
All right. So is it a budgetary constraint or what is standing in your way?
No, it's not that. It's just me I'm procrastinating, just genuinely procrastinating.
All right. So do you need me to call you today at 3:30 to make sure it's done?
You can call me, Elias.
All right, I'm going to call you, and if we have to get three-way on this phone, on the phone, or where if we have to get on a Zoom and set up your account, like I'm here for you. There's no reason if this is something that it's within your budget, it's going to impact your business. Now, but let's go through this for a second. There might be something else here. Is there a challenge where you believe that if you get the numbers, you get the information, do you believe that you don't have enough knowledge to actually convert these leads, or what is actually standing in your way? Because I don't hear a real excuse of what's standing in your way.
I would say that's one too. Being a little nervous as far as like when I actually have the conversation of what am I actually saying, and also having the strong enough belief to see if I can actually close it. I think that's another fear that I might have as well, because it's not just procrastination. I think that that's a part of it, but it's not the entire reason.
So Jakara, I've had a couple opportunities to meet you. I think that you're a very strong, vibrant person. You communicate well, you show up. And I think that there's more knowledge that you have about this game than maybe you even realize. Yeah. And I think that's a responsibility that I have. And I've shared this with you guys before. I have a responsibility to everybody that's in my coaching environment to help you guys build this fortress in something that's impenetrable. And what's impenetrable is the mindset and the belief that you guys can actually do this business, that you guys have all the skills, you have all the resources, you have all the tools, and sometimes it's just getting out of our own way. So I believe if you just get on the phone, and even if that first 10 calls are shitty, it doesn't matter, because that 11th call, you're going to get on a call and be like, yeah, hey, Tom, wonderful. Oh my God, he said yes. He said yes. Perfect. I'll be there at 2:00 tomorrow. It would just happen that way. But you have to be able to step into this. Know that you have my support. You have 45 other people or 44 other people on this call today that support you. So I'm just going to throw it out there. I'm here for you. If you need me to get on the call with you, do on a Zoom call with you, can anybody else lend some support, some advice, some encouragement to Jakara on the call today? Anybody? And don't be shy. This is our time to share,
Just
give.
do it. I know it's nerve-wracking. I know it's times where you can feel scared, but honestly, just do it. And the more and more you try to ponder on it and say, I don't want to do it, you're going to put yourself in a box. So bust out that box. Just do it. It's uncomfortable, but do it.
I love it. I love it. We're here for you. I appreciate you sharing. Jakara, I'm going to have you pass the mic to one person.
Hold on, let me open up my grid. I would say Romel.
Let's go.
Feeling you're gonna do that.
Let's go, Ramel.
So I would say what I've been avoiding to do is book more appointments with people that I meet at networking events. I've been actually going to a lot of both professional industry networking events and then also for architecture. And I'll meet people, grab cards, but then I don't follow up to make an appointment to sit down and have some real meaningful conversations. So the only reason is just simply procrastination, and collecting cards is what I think a lot of people do and just keep them but never really follow up. So that is my challenge this week. I've actually committed to booking 5 appointments this week, people that I've met, and just going for a 30 to 45-minute conversation, just having coffee and building relationships.
I love it, Romel. Here's the thing that I want to encourage you to do. I want to encourage everybody to do this. When you go to events, when you go to Inman, when you're going to networking events, when you're going to BNI, whatever it is, don't give out your business card, nor don't accept anybody's business card. Set up your digital card on your phone. Make sure that if you have an iPhone, you guys can just do the tap and exchange information. Set up your digital card. Also get people right into your Instagram immediately. Like, oh, I don't have a card, but I have Instagram. Let's connect that way. Like, get them into your ecosystem, because we've all gone to an event and had a pocket full of business cards, and we try to find the 1 or 2 that we're going to make a connection to, and then we put them somewhere, or maybe they end up in the washer, and we never make those actual connections. It happens to us. So I want to encourage everybody to don't collect business cards, and don't just hand your business cards out. Do a digital exchange, or put them in your Instagram and put them into your world. So Romel, I really wait. You can tap your iPhone. Yeah, it's pretty cool. You literally just put your iPhone. Somebody showed me this at an event. You just put your iPhone on, and then you get everyone's contact. It's pretty cool. But anyways, set up your digital card. I appreciate you sharing and tapping in. Ashley, I'm going to turn this over to you. I'm going to have you read this one, answer the question. I'm going to have you then pass the mic to somebody.
All right. What immediate changes can I make right now to ensure I'm positioning myself to hit my goals regardless of external circumstances? So it is something that I am actively doing right now. I'm using Asana for my habits, and every day I just check it off so I don't have to think about those habits. And every Sunday I look at what habits I need to do to get me to my goals. I've been doing it for 2 weeks, and it's taken a lot of pressure off my brain that I can now use all that energy to actually do the activities and hit my goals. So definitely recommend Asana. Huge life changer over the last couple weeks. Thank you, Cynthia Peterson, for that.
I love this. Yeah, game changer, right? Ashley, I'm going to have you pass the mic to somebody. Who is it going to be?
All right, let's do Christina Messias.
Oh, hi.
Hi,
Okay.
good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Oh, hi.
So what immediate changes can I make right now to ensure I'm positioning myself to hit my goals, regardless of external circumstances? So I think the big one that I've been I keep telling myself that I want to do is the calendaring. I have way too much going on, so just trying to do things as they come is just way too chaotic. So I think if I want to position myself to hit those goals that I have, I need to get really strict with my time and how much time I'm spending on each thing, and not multitasking, avoiding that. And yeah, I have a lot of external circumstances, but I think that's really the change that I need to make. And I'm working on it slowly. I've implemented it, and I booked a couple appointments this week. So if I keep up with it, I think if I will see more progress and be able to get a little bit more organized.
I love it. Here's the thing, Christina, welcome to being a CEO. And as a CEO, you have to run your accounts payable, your accounts receivable, you have to run your marketing. But most importantly, in order for the CEO to get paid, you have to run an effective sales department. Well, your sales department needs to have a routine, and needs to have a schedule, and so do all the other things. So you have to build it as a true CEO and say, how am I allocating my time, my effort, my energy, and where am I going? I think that it's really important that you guys stop and answer that question, where am I going in this business? I want to sell 12 homes. I want to sell 24. I want to build an organization. Whatever that answer is, do you have the systems in place now that supports that vision? Because if you don't, that's what you need to put in place, right? So Christina, stay with me for a minute. In a perfect world, how much money do you want to make in 2025 from your efforts in real estate?
I mean, I'm super new, so my split is really low right now. So I don't know that
It's only low, it's only low for 3 deals. So let's just say, let's project out. Ideally, how much money do you want to make in 2025? How many families do you want to serve in 2025?
I want to serve 10 families in 2025.
10 families. Okay. So serving 10 families, you'll put yourself in a position to make $100,000 plus, depending on your price point, even after your 3 deals. So when you think about that, I want to make sure that I have my buyer's consultation on point. I got to make sure that I'm practicing. I got to make sure that I have some of my templates that are set up in zip forms. I got to make sure that I have some responses. I have an email campaign. I want to start building things out. Like, you have to look at this and say, I am building a multi-million-dollar business, because when you do 10 deals, that is a multi-million-dollar business. So you have to look at, where am I going? And do I have the operational efficiencies that support that growth? And if you don't, it's okay. You are just starting out. This is the time where you say, you know what, before I start taking on all of these clients and serving them, in order for me to be the best for them moving forward, I got to have a sense of organization on the back end. And listen, we're all here to support that. I really appreciate you chiming in. And, you know, I know it's nerve-wracking, and thanks for chiming in on this. I know that we can definitely help. So let's continue cruising on, you guys. I'm going to go to the next person, and let's see who that's going to be. Oliver, I'm going to go to you, big dog. I'm going to have you read this one out loud. This one's a long one, and then answer it, and then pass the mic to somebody.
What time did I set aside last week for reading or self-reflection? How has this contributed to my personal and professional growth? And what adjustments can I make to maximize this time this week? Let's see. So yeah, so I've been coming to the office every single day, been here, you know, a few hours, and I've been just trying to, like, have we been talking, I've been trying to make my calendar as, you know, stream flow as possible, right? I'm trying to make sure, because sometimes what I feel happens is that I come in here and I don't know what my next steps are. So that's what I'm trying to do.
So let me ask you a question. Do you spend any time like reading, self-reflecting? Is that part of your routine right now? I don't know you too well, Oliver, so I want to know that part of it.
I do read. I try to, you know, read at least 10 pages a day.
Nice, very nice. And so do you do that routinely, or is it kind of spotty? Like, when is that time for you just to sit and relax and just not think about work, just really reflect on yourself and life and, you know, music? And when does that happen?
Yeah, so it is spotty. You know, that's what I'm trying to like get structure going on. But yeah, normally when I do it, I do it before I go to bed. I try to not to be on my phone for the last hour before I go to bed. So yeah, right around bedtime, which would be like 9:30.
You know, man, I appreciate you saying that, because when I was doing 75 Day Hard, every single night at that time I was reading, and now I'm just, you know, watching something just before I go to bed. But that reading before bed, I absolutely love that. I do my reading in the morning time, but, you know, that's something I want to personally get back to, Oliver. So I appreciate you sharing. We're going to continue cruising on, because we have quite a few. I'm going to turn this over to somebody. Let me see if I can see somebody that was posting. I'm going to go to Liz. All right, Liz, you know what? If your camera's on, I'm going to call on you. So Liz, I'm going to have you read this, answer it first, and then I'm going to have you pass the mic to somebody.
Okay. So what videos are you dropping this week? Who are those videos targeting? Who wants to share their IG insights from last week? Okay. So I'm okay with you calling me out on this, because I do actually have some videos that I'm going to record this week. So
let's go.
I have my lender also going to join me on Friday. We're going to try and pump out 4 videos in one sitting, so that way we can have content going down the for the rest of like this month. So my videos, I really want to target friends and family to buy homes together. because the cost of living is so high and the average home price in the Bay Area is 1.2 million, which can seem like a really far reach for people who are single or people who aren't married and they just want to get in the market. So the video that I'm going to drop is kind of introducing that. And then with my lender, we're going to kind of go through like a series of videos of what that might look like and examples of homes that they could buy and what that might look like in terms of down payment, monthly price, all of that. So the videos that those are going to be targeting are people who want to get in the market but may not have a spouse or may not have, you know, just I guess a partner that they're looking to buy a home with, but maybe they're looking at non-traditional methods of purchasing a home.
Yeah, I absolutely love this. And then do you have insights from last week that you want to share, or do you want to pass on that part of the conversation?
I'm gonna pass on that.
Okay. All right. I appreciate the honesty. But here's the thing I want you guys to think about. It's Thanksgiving Day. You guys are sitting at the table or you're sitting at the counter, and the aunties and uncles and your cousins are all there. And everyone has their opinion about real estate because all they hear is the news, or maybe they've never purchased, or maybe they purchased a home years and years ago. And you're going to have that negative person in your family that says, oh, yeah, impossible to buy with these interest rates. When we bought, and you're going to have somebody like, how are you going to prepare for that conversation at Thanksgiving when you have your negative relatives that want to chime in about the real estate industry that don't know shit? My step, you guys, I promise you, there's going to be somebody eating a freaking deviled egg, and they're going to talk to you about how shitty the real estate market is. I promise you. And if you can win that conversation, if you could prepare for that conversation, you guys are prepared for any conversation. And so here's the thing, you guys. If you guys posted videos last week, I want you guys just to go back and reflect and look at what worked, what hit, what was shared, what was commented on, and how well you did week over week. Now, not every single week you're going to have major wins, but it's important that you guys are looking at your insights and seeing exactly what your consumers are responding to. And I'll be honest with you, you'll be surprised sometimes at what your consumers are actually, your audiences are actually responding to. And it sometimes is a wake-up call, or it's just like, wait a minute, that's what they like. This is so weird. But look at your insights, because the data is going to tell you a story of what people are actually responding to and the content that they want to see more of. So do some reflection today. I'll read this one out. How did I prioritize my physical fitness last week? How is my energy level impacted by my productivity and ability to perform at the highest level? You guys, no matter what, you guys have to put some type of physical activity in your schedule. I want you guys to be pro athletes. I want you to run with high octane. But if you're not giving back to your own body, then you guys are not going to set yourself up for success. I don't know why that line's off, but deal of the week, you guys. I want you guys to make sure that you have your deal of the week. We talk about this every single week. And I know that some people on the call are doing this as a routine. Your deal of the week could be a text, email, as well as a video every single Monday. All you do is you scour the MLS, you look for houses that have been on the market for more than the average days on market in your area. You look for houses that have had a price drop. You look for investor opportunities, and you make a video, email, and text message about that home. And all you say is deal of the week, Santa Rosa, deal of the week, Roner Park, deal of the week, Pinole, deal of the week, Vallejo. Hey, Tom. Hey, whoever. Saw this house. It's our deal of the week for the week. Here's the details of it. Send me a message if you want more information about this house. It is so simple, you guys, but I promise you, if you do it consistently, somebody's going to raise their hand because they're going to see that, wow, Otis knows his inventory. Jacob knows his inventory. Princess knows her inventory. So it's really important that you guys are doing the deal of the week every single week, no matter what. And I promise you, it will work. Let's go, Otis. You had a hand up.
I'm glad you just said that. Me and Jacob got a client. She didn't know that her boyfriend signed the lease for them back in April, and they're currently looking to buy. They're a really hot lead for us. But because of that situation, she was kind of giving up. But she's out here looking in the Vallejo market. Homes out here just stay on for a while. So we sent her one, and I told Jacob, we just need to get her a credit. We need to talk to her landlord to see exactly how much it would cost to buy out her lease. I don't know if a lot of people know about those credits. I keep telling you guys, learn as much as you possibly can about credits. We found it out. Her landlord happened to be a real estate agent who has a bunch of properties out here in Vallejo too. So just having that conversation, he's willing to help. He already told us exactly what we need. So now we know to implement that into our deal of the week, which we already planned on doing today. Also, to get into the football frenzy, Derek Carr just put his house on the market for 7.5 million, I think, in Las Vegas. So me and Jacob are going to do that, even though he's a Raiders quarterback, former Raiders quarterback. I'm gonna let that slide, but stuff like that to instrument with what's going on right now, which is NFL and football. So you can tie it into a whole bunch of things that can really help out, and in this case, even get you a client into a
Hopefully we cut out at the last bit, but I definitely got the messaging. So you guys, it's Monday. The reason why I ask you guys these questions is I want you to get introspective. If you're slowing yourself up, then decide to do something different. If you know that there's activities that you need to do that are going to move your business forward, that are get you closer to your vision, you guys, it all coincides. This conversation coincides every single week. I just want you guys to start out Monday with clarity, with focus, but also operate in truth. If you didn't hit the numbers that you wanted to hit last week, if you didn't have the conversations that you want to hit, well, it's Monday. It's Monday. All you can focus on is right now, this week, and what you have the ability to do in your business. And we all have the ability to move our needle. So you guys, really good session. Let's go around the room and get a couple key takeaways from people on the call today. Let's go over to Trinity. Trinity, I see you next to Oliver. Let's go one key takeaway from you. Lisa Gillis, we'll go one key takeaway from you. And then we'll go to Stephanie. We'll go one key takeaway from you. So Trinity, one key takeaway. Trinity, you didn't chime in when I asked for the win. But you texted me yesterday, got some good news. So share your win and then share a takeaway.
Sorry, I was driving and then my phone just died. So I just squeezed over near Oliver's to finish everything. But
it's all good.
We got an accepted offer last night. Yeah.
And how long you been on the team?
I don't really know, to be honest.
She's still onboarding.
Yeah.
All right. Still onboarding, literally just joined last week. All right, so Trinity, one key takeaway from our time together today.
I think for me, it's the camaraderie and the culture here on this team. I'm really excited. I'm a little tired. Sorry, my energy's a bit low, but I think it's just the camaraderie and the culture. I've been reading the chats and I like how everybody is interacting with each other, and just keep yourself accountable. And if anybody wants to hold me accountable, I would appreciate that.
Love it. Love it. Yeah, there's definitely, and nudge the guy next to you, because I'm sure he will be the person that's going to help to hold you accountable. So I appreciate that. Congratulations. I'll contact you after the call. We'll talk about next steps. Let's go, Lisa. Lisa, key takeaways from our time together today. Then I'll turn it back over I'll turn it to Stephanie to close this out. Let's go, Lisa.
I love deal of the week. I'm trying, I have a hard time coming up with content and doing, kind of what to say and kind of to put out those nuggets. So I think that's a really great thing that I'm going to be working on.
Yeah, and you may want to connect with Melody. Well, we all took these templates and this idea from Sharon. He is the CEO of Real, but it's very simple. It's like literally in the subject line, deal of the week, city, and then a little bit about the house. And if you want more information about it, give me a thumbs up or reply back to this email or reply back to this text. And then if you put that in a video, you don't necessarily have to give the price. You can just say the deal of the week on a cul-de-sac, just had a $50,000 price drop. It's in the city of Vallejo. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It's 1,200 square feet. So it's a cliffhanger. The one thing I didn't give was a price.
Yeah.
I didn't give a price. So I want people to be like, Lisa, I like that. What's the price?
Yeah. Yeah. You want to put the bait out there. You want to troll it. Yeah, for sure.
That's right. That's right. So good stuff, Lisa. Really good to see you. Stephanie, it was great seeing you guys last week. And thank you for your generous hospitality and everything that the Money Store does for our environment. Really, really appreciate it. I had a great time there. Stephanie, let's hear from you. Key takeaway from our time together today.
Hey, Elias, just real quick. I put the PDF file for the templates for deal of the week in the chat. There's like 6 or 7 different templates that you just copy, paste, plug in the information. So feel free to download that, you guys, and reuse it.
Beautiful. Appreciate you, Mel. Thank you. All right, let's go, Steph.
So my key takeaway was do it now, because you're right. When we don't do it now, the day goes by. Like last week, I kept saying, all right, I'm going to do a video about down payment assistance and grants. You guys know I'm the queen when it comes to that, because I use that. It impacted my life personally. So I want to do a video about that. I kept putting it off. And then the week went by, I didn't do it. I need to do it today. Do it now. So if you got something to do, just do it. Jump in and get it done. Because otherwise the day is going to go away and you're not going to get it done. So that was my biggest takeaway.
You're absolutely right. You guys, there's something powerful in the moment. Like if you guys come up with say you're driving, you're like, oh my God, that's a really good video idea, or that's a really good hook. Like when you're done driving, or if you can't pull up, like make that video. I promise you, some of the rawest videos that are in the moment, that are quick thought, those do so well. Now, obviously, I want you guys to also have the polished content, but that in the moment, in that thought, right then, right now videos, God, those perform so well, you guys. So take action, do it now. Don't procrastinate. It is Monday. You guys all have the opportunity to move your needle. So you guys, really good session. I appreciate all of you guys, all of your contributions every single week. Before we close out, Zali, there's one more hand, rapid fire. We have less than 30 seconds.
Yeah, I just have to say, I've been looking at Princess this whole time. This is called, I'm talking about transformation. She started the call doing her hair. And now look at that girl, like she's doing it and she's rolling. So this is transformation in an hour. We're seeing it.
And that's a lot of hair to maintain. That's a lot of hair to maintain. So we'll leave it on that. We'll leave it on that, you guys. Listen, I appreciate you more than you'll ever know. I am beyond grateful for you guys and everything that you represent, and I appreciate you holding me accountable, you guys. I really appreciate you. I love you. Thank you for everything that you do. As always, keep it moving towards your dreams, goals, and vision. Let's go out there and make this a week that counts. Peace.
Peace, big dog.
Bye.